Alright. Make sure that it's freaking recording the actual document here. Um, Hopefully you guys can see that. Now, okay, so if you guys watched the video that I set up about this crap um, earlier and was wondering what the fuck I was talking about with the Excel sheet, this is the updated version of what I was talking about. Um, as you can see here, I've got a bunch of stuff lined up. Their production cost in days and all that stuff. I've turned it into an actual chart. This is pretty much the only remnant of what was there before. Now up here is something that I forgot to talk about in the video. So you see, this is 1922 Roach DD using 20 dockyards with 20 production lines. So one dockyard on one production line with 20 production lines. The time limit is a year. They build in 65 days. Now over here, it's 64. That's a rounding thing. And play 4 here switches between rounding up or rounding down depending for whatever reason. However, when you divide that, or when you divide a year by this number, you get 2. You put that into 20 production lines, and now you have 44 destroyers instead of 40, because these Roach destroyers build in 18 days. You divide a year by 18 days, you get 20. You multiply that by 2, you multiply that by 2 with 2 production lines in 1 year. So 10 factories on 2 production lines. 10 factories, 2 production lines with 10 factories each. 10 dockyards each, sorry. You get 20 at the end of the year, and that adds up to 40 when you have that. So, one dockyard is more efficient at producing DDs than 10. Now, this is going to hold true for basically all other screens. So, you want to produce subs, put them on one dockyard. You want to produce destroyers, put them on one dockyard. You want to produce light cruisers, put them on one dockyard. It's questionable for the heavy cruisers, and absolutely a no-go for any battle cruisers, battleships, or carriers. Now, the reason why I say questionable, and the reason why I say it's a no-go for those types of ships, let me briefly show you. Let's make this XP. Escort fleet. And that does nothing for a bunch of extra cost. PP. Let's exit this damn naval treaty. Boom. Now, once we put it into production, we begin to realize why it is so questionable. As you can see, it takes 4 freaking years. And it might as well be 5 because it's December of 1940. Yeah, so that is a no-go. Don't do that. Light cruisers, though, let's take a little bit more of a reasonable interpretation of a light cruiser with a crap ton of soft attack. And so heavy cruisers and light cruisers, I would say you only need level 1 armor. Because if you have this level 1 armor, then destroyers are not going to be able to pierce you. They're just not going to be able to pierce you. And those are the things that these cruisers are just meant to hunt. So yeah, this will be built in November of 1939. Okay, maybe put 2 on it. 1937, 37, 36. Okay, that's... Yes, this is more reasonable because if you look at destroyers here, and we build a nice little destroyer, research on icon click, boom, 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 boom. Fleet escort, boom, boom. Fire control, sonar, done. Nice little fleet destroyer. We will see. Okay, March of 1937. That is totally reasonable. So, 2 dockyards on cruisers, 1 on destroyer hulls, and everything else, just make it go full. Or maybe not. Okay, and what happens when we do... this? Excuse me. Okay. Let's fix our little problem here. Tag England. Tag USA. Okay. A year. Okay, so In this instance, we probably wouldn't want it coming out. Depending. Whenever you can, decrease your duck yards, because over time you will be getting, if your focus tree allows it, bonuses like these, or these for late hauls. And then you'll be getting bonuses from your Myos like this, or this, which help greatly. They can take a bunch of time off the construction of your ship, so we probably want this at 2, and this at 2 as well. And this has similar build time, so 2 as well. And this actually at 1 as well. So yeah, that's cool to know. And then there is, okay, so time to actually explain after 14 minutes what this video was for. So there has been a lot of unknowns when it comes to NRY, the naval refit yards, and refits. Some people say, oh, refits are totally not worth it. Some people say, hey, refits are worth it if you have NTR or NRY, naval refit yards. Some people say they're worth it all the time, yada yada. The list goes on. Now, I decided to do my own tests specifically because sometime last year I came across a Higiya video that's Higiya, I believe. And, okay, I spelled it wrong. Higiya, there we go. I came across them sometime like 2 years ago, I think. And I really started watching their videos around last year. And around that time, I came across the video that explained naval production. Now, they did a whole bunch of things like, it was probably an example, but what they ended up doing was this, just very basic. Okay, build the hull. Boom. Boom. And then they just decide to upgrade from heavy battery 1 to, actually it was 3, but I don't have 3, so I'll do 2. And then add another turret, and then add another turret, and then put a whole bunch of other stuff on it, and call it good. Well, the thing about that is, you can see here in my little, not organized thing here, Roach BB, that takes roughly a year, like year and a quarter maybe. And then the good BB takes, what is that, like year and 2/3? The 1922 Roach to good adds on 100 days. So you're adding 100 days onto the Roach, which comes out to 491. And then if you take your start BB, and then you have your 1922 refit BB, then start to refit 71 days. That's all it costs. But if you take the 1922 refit BB2, and this was a test. This was that test that I was just explaining to you, the way they did it over at Hikage. And it added another 2 years worth of BB. Like 769 days. That's just, it's insane. So I decided to do my own test, and this is part of it because I was curious about DDs. Because I knew that this was possible, and I wanted to know if refits were okay. So you have this escort DD, and this is a 1922 version. So 1922 escort DD is something like this, as I built it. And boom, it's this, yada yada. That's what we have. And then the fleet DD was just 3 torpedo tubes, like this. And the point of this is to say, okay, we got 2 types here. Oh, did I just... Whoops. Okay, well, this ends up being the 1922, not the 1936. It's gonna be a hell of a lot... Damn it, now I have to... Okay, bear with me. See, you can't put guns on it, so torpedo tubes. Now, you may be thinking, mindless pirate, why the fuck would you put guns on it? Well, that has to do with a couple of other videos that Hikage came out with just this past month. I was gonna say couple of weeks, but it's been a week or two since then. Now, these are the destroyers, and the Roach is literally just this. Like, it doesn't even need a naval yard. You just do this, and that's the Roach. Excuse me. Fleet escort. Okay, cool. We have our little things here. Now, this Roach ends up taking 164 days to construct. Now, converting from a Roach to a escort or a fleet DD, it takes a while. Now, if you're doing it without NRY, and this is, you're obviously going to be doing it with NRY, that's why I've done, these are absent. They don't apply, they're non-applicable, because this is just a small illustration. You can see that suddenly the refit becomes absolutely, completely not worth it. They take the longest out of all of them. However, if you're doing it with any of your starting DDs, so for America, it'd be your Clemsons. For the UK, it'd be all of this bullshit. And the UK is really lucky because it gets one of these, which makes the conversion so much better. Because you get a few of those for basically free. That's the best. It's in green. And then this, building it from scratch, just straight up, an escort DD, a fleet DD, 400 days. Like, that's middle of the road. If you have NRY though, Production cost of refit in days with an RY. You get a pretty similar time here. Between all four of these. And of course, you're not refitting the escort DDs that you just built because you just built them from scratch. Now, all of a sudden, the total production cost doesn't completely flip, but it flips with the produced ones. So they're better than producing them outright when you make roaches and then convert them into escorts and fleet destroyers. It's still better, though, to do it from start DDs. And then here we have build a new ship, refit or build new ship. Difference without an RY. Now, the difference here is saying, okay, this is the difference between this number and that number. You're adding 32 days when you're doing it without NRY. And that's just, illustrating the complete and utter freaking this word is escaping me. The gap between the two. There's just so many freaking days. That's like over 150 days. That's quarter of a year more right there. However, you begin to just, even out. Like, middle of the road type of deal. 3 days, that's not going to give you much. Of course, the start DDs give you a shit ton. That means more production, more destroyers out. More good destroyers. And then I had an illustration with the same DD just built in 1939 because I was lazy. No, I wanted to have it be the same variable. I wanted to change one specific variable, and that was the time, because we're being scientific here. Now, as you can see, it takes like nearly half the time in 1939. And that's because by the time you get to 1939, you've got all of your production output from dispersed industry or concentrated industry. And you've, by this point, probably done your other things like this and all sorts of other stuff. So, your Mayos. So the production cost goes way, way down. And then that's just the total production cost in days. And then you can't do it with refit because you're not refitting them. Days. Total production cost of ship in days with NRY. And it's literally just the same number. Without NRY. Can't calculate that. And then you get to these. Now, the curious thing is what happens when you get to the roach destroyers, because you build them in a immensely shorter amount of time. That's like 2 months that you're just chucking off the construction time. And you actually get some pretty good results with that, because what ends up happening is the difference comes out to -1, so 1 less day, 1 more day for the fleet DD. You're breaking even there. Like, those 1 day does not matter, even a 2-day difference. 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, -1, -1, 0, 1, that's 2 difference. And then I wanted to know, okay, well, if I have a roach DD, and this is a more realistic situation here. You're saying, okay, I built a roach DD in 1936, Is it worth refitting it now that I am in 1939? Refit in 1939. Let me just, There we go. Make that more clear. And wrap the text. Okay. So much more clear. Now, what you're basically doing here is the refit time doesn't change. Like, it's still 167, 155. You go up here, it's less. But okay, let's take this minus this. What's the difference between those two? 60, and then I do the same for the one below it, and then make 2 more, and let's do this one minus this one. Okay, so the output affects this, clearly. You're seeing that the output affects this. So, and that's the reason why it's not a complete and total waste, because it's still cheaper than just building straight up a escort DD or a fleet DD in 1936. Still cheaper. And the output is that's what's affecting it. So you still end up though with shitty production time. I mean, it's not the worst, but it's the same as the refits in 1936. Actually, it's better. Oh my god. Anyway, you just don't want to be doing this. You don't want to be doing it. That's why you want to tag USA. That's why you want to be producing these things on 1. And you want to be producing the roaches, because this, I mean, it's 9 and 3 days less. So you're kind of just, you're breaking even, but it's still better. But the reason why you want to do this is because you're going to be going through all of your research. You know, I've explained this already. You're going to be going 140, 187, and hell, don't build damn roaches, because you're going to be building them for 164 days. Just after this gets complete. Build escorts. Build real escorts. Or better yet, if you're a good nation that, you know, has Navy, use the starting DDs. That is well worth it. Well worth it. You're the total, you're freaking beating out the 1939s with these. It's insanity. Why wouldn't you do that? So take all your Clemsons and do it. Now you may be thinking, well, I'm a small nation, and like say I'm Italy. Tag it. I'm Italy. I don't have the production to produce all that. I have 15 at the start, and I get 5 more from these 3 focuses, and I want to do all my industrial focuses and all that stuff, so I don't even need, or I don't even want to do these. And then I have all this other stuff to do, and I still don't want to do these. And I have such a small little industry, puny actually, that I can't even build naval dockyards. I need to use my bonuses to build mills. Let me build mills. So you may be thinking, okay, well, I can't afford that production cost, so I might as well just put roaches in the water, right? Well, that's where the 2 videos that I saw Higgy come out with came into play, because they really illustrated the importance of just restart here. They really illustrated the importance of a number of factors, including indirectly, because they didn't exactly show it, the overall effectiveness of your fleet. Now let's take all these and then let's just, combine them without the subs. And this is Massive Strike Group. Let's take them all the way. Sit. Owner. I want to own Gibraltar. USA. There we go. If we do that, and then we send them over. AI off. So we send them over to Gibraltar, world's second most powerful fleet, right here. No other. It's essentially the same test that they did. No other ships in production. Just starting fleet. Then we go over here to France, the second least powerful navy. The first being the Soviet Union, and then I suppose there's Turkey and Spain. Spain is the more powerful of the 2, so Turkey would be. So France falls 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I guess. Either way, Jesus Christ. Let's go over here, combine them all, boom. Get them all over here. And now we should just have a shit ton of subs at the bottom here, which we can take off this way. There we go. And get rid of all of them. Okay, so these fleets are obviously going to lose. However, if we take the correct admiral and print him against the Americans, then he's going to win. If we he may or may not win, sorry. If we give the Admiral Destroyer Leader and all that such nonsense, then, and give him Doctrine, then he may win. However, I wanted to also test out what it is actually like for the French. So let's what would happen if the French fleet was refitted? That's what I want to test. What would happen if the French fleet was refitted? So let's just start doing that. Okay, I know I just unpaused it, but this is an interesting little tidbit. So this full factories November 1937. That's like a full year, right? You change the engine to a better engine. 700 that. You do it like this. 207. Ah, I see. Okay. Never mind. This. What about this? Largely worth it. You're still not building an entirely new thing, but PP, XP. Huh. Alright. This is a lot more worth it instead of this. You're adding on 100 days, you don't need to. This sits at the back of the line, it's whatever. So let's do that. Now the Baron. Actually, shit. Research on icon click. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. And shit. Tag USA. Let's do this because I just want to test the tech, and that should even things out here. Tag threat. I just want the refit. So let's take the Baron, send it in for a refit. 230k, and then that gets reduced with naval refit yards. And then I also want to refit the Corbeil, which is really cool here because, as you can see, they're in the correct spots. Now, if we give it dual purpose here, and I can't there, so probably be better served if it was this. And surprisingly, that works. Okay. And this is that one. Okay. that, and boom, 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 boom. Better fire control. Boom. Also, withdraw. Now we take the Corbiz and we refit them. That's actually really cool that we can add another turret. Without angering the Hoi 4 gods. Then dual purpose, anti-air, fire control, can't do anything here. ACL, dual purpose, more dual purpose. Another heavy battery. Yes, cool. And boom. Retang C, and then you refit those. Whoa, only 3. And then we've got the Sufferins. We're going to do instant construction, so all that gets to 1. We don't need those. And the Sufferin, let's take a look. Okay, so here, this is in absolute wrong place. Let's switch them around. And that 133 days. And then see, look, this gives 5% HP. That's 10. The 5% gives us 5. And we don't even have to increase the cost of the ship. That's a great deal right there. And then there's this at the bottom here, which is actually really great. Okay, cool. Suffering, and then the Algiers. What is the difference? No difference in engine. There's just no difference. Okay, no point. Let's take all the Sufferins and the Algiers and let's make them Sufferin E. Then let's do that one as well. Then we have the Emile Batons, as well as the La Garçonnières and the Duetrons, and they are absolutely, positively not. They're just in the gutter. Okay, good. The guns were not changed. They're in the gutter because their turrets are all placed in the wrong places. These, you get more bang for your buck in terms of IC costs, so secondary batteries. Don't care about the lack of piercing that these give you. And then we want to increase their light attack, so escort C. And cool, that's La Garçonnière, Emile Baton, Duetrain. Okay, so this one. From what I know, it doesn't take too much for the light cruisers to convert their main batteries to upgrade them. So we're going to do this. And this. Now, we are both moving this over and upgrading it to a level 2. Which, if we go over to the Duguetroins, switch them over to the Emil Batons, it's going to cost 77 Ds. Cool! Emil Baton and La Garçonnière. This costs 79 days. Now we have the Chacal. Okay, now this is where things start getting interesting, because up until now we've kind of just been going with the flow, and we've gotten large chunks with every ship. So but when we get to these things, and we do this, that's 1.5 times 52. One point five times 52. 78. We're gaining 78 light attack from this with the fleet. So let's do this, and more of this, and this. And done. Now, all of you convert to La Fantastique. All of you convert to La Fantastique. And then you convert to the new La Fantastique. There we go. Oh shit, I'm still recording. Fuck. I meant to pause it. Okay, so I see instant construction enabled. Okay. So now let's put the French fleet on patrol, and let's just trade oil, shit ton of it. US is never going to run out. Now, normally, US would absolutely raffle stomp France. Completely freaking very, very bad fleet. Now, if we take we've only got one carrier with 60. size. So let's try and make a decent fighter for them so that do I want to do this? Yeah. Let's do those as well. And then carrier based and ooh, we get cannons. Cool. Huh. I wonder if I put 2 cannons on them and then oh, I don't need range, do I? Cool. Cool, okay. Okay, add latest equipment. Add latest equipment. ALE, there we go. That gives me all of the latest equipment. And let's delete those and then give them 60. Okay. I'm not gonna train them. Ooh, ouch. Because I refit everything, they're all green. Okay, let's. That's actually probably pretty good. Probably pretty good. Let's save this again. Test. Oh, okay. So, to make sense of why I put fighters on them, and why I designed them the way I did, really quick. So, these give you air attack, which helps a lot in shooting down bombers. The enemy carriers are going to be, they're going to have torpedo bombers. We want, as well as the other kind of bombers, and we want to shoot them down. This is for fighters. Both of them are for fighters. Whatever. What we are doing here is we know that we cannot, with 60 planes, compared to the what, like 180 planes of the Americans. We know, and I say Americans, but basically any other carrier power out there. The British, the Americans, the Japanese, any other carrier power, we just cannot compete with them. So we focus on defending our ships with our one carrier through fighters, because we know that we cannot compete with them. That makes sense? Okay, cool. For the efficiency, interesting. That's going to be very interesting. Okay, tag USA. And these guys go out on patrol. Tag France. Tag France. Allow deploy. And we are going to declare war on the Americans. let's not go into battle just yet. Make sure that the AI is off. There we go. And let's see if just a refitted fleet of a very small caliber can stand up to a full-on American fleet. Okay. March. Let's tell them to go out. Slow down time. Okay, they're spotting each other. Oh. Always engage, tag USA. Always engage. Tag France. Okay, and it starts here. Okay, so we've got seven heavy cruisers, 5 battleships, carrier group, and it's actually sorting. Okay, cool. They've got a shit ton more ships. Okay, let's see how this plays out. This is gonna be pretty exciting. Wow. Okay, immediate head start, but they are coming in and evening it out, clocking us across the damn face, and we're losing a bunch more ships. Okay, yeah, that's a ouch. Ouch. Okay. We have lost all of our screening efficiency, and there we go. Alright. Okay. Let's load the game. France test. Okay. This time let's give them some training. Because they have negative stats. That was a pretty good showing though. Yeah, nail damage all the way gone. Just completely. Always engage. Tag USA. Always engage. And let's just send you guys on patrol right now. Tag France. AI off. And let's train you guys for a few months before we do allow Diplo and all that shit. Okay. They are trained. So let's take them off training for a bit. Let them recover their org. Let's go over tag to USA. Did they lose org because they are on patrol? No. Cool. Tag France. Allow the flow. Right there. Right there. Declare war. Okay. Did we make it into the battle just in time? Okay, we've done a bit of damage. Alright. Let's go. Okay. That's bad. That's even. We don't want even. Oh, let's look at these numbers here. So, light guns, roughly the same. Wow, roughly the same. Cool. And then heavy guns. We don't have any heavy guns. Torpedoes, roughly the same, despite having fewer numbers. Fleet anti-air. We have more. Depth charge, we don't care about depth charges. Okay, wow, we're doing worse. Why are we doing worse? Yikes, ouch. Yeah, okay. Shit. Alright, I really want to get this. So, what do we do now? Well, we can train them, I suppose, more. So, let's see about doing that. Okay, and here we go. They are trained now to level 3, so they get bonuses now, whereas the Americans, they don't. Shit. Great. Okay. Alright, let's see how this plays out then. Alright. Immediately taking damage. They're immediately taking damage back though. Holy crap. Okay then. Wow. Whoa. Holy shit. We just took out half their DDs. France is winning. Their battleships are taking out our battleship line though. We're not doing too hot here. Oh my god. Wow, okay. I think, yeah, they still win, but holy shit, the American fleet is gone, man. Wow. That was a that was a loss. Wait, it's classifying it as a victory? Okay, that is not a victory. That is a loss, but it is a strategic victory because they lose 2 of their battleships, their entire destroyer fleet, crap ton of their bombers, 3 of their heavy cruisers. They no longer have a screening force. And now one of our allies can just, pick them off. If we have any allies. Small differences, man. Small differences. It's freaking amazing. That's like, okay. Fairly smart super fleet. Get rid of the subs. Don't even care about admirals. We have just such a big fleet. Nope. France just completely decimates you. Wow. Wow. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Okay, so now let's go back to the test here. That was test 3. Now what we gotta do is okay. We gotta retest that. AI off. Allow Diplo on. Declare war. Send. Take you guys. Patrol. Done. Alright, here we go. Alright, same thing as last time. Immediately just taking out all their destroyers because we have a crap ton of light attack compared to them. At least, no, not compared to them, in relative fleet size. Wow. We just shred their DDs. Holy crap. That's insane. All of their DD is just gone. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's the battle lost, but a strategic victory even still. Roughly the same casualties there. Our fighters, though, absolutely doing work. Just completely denying them their right to. Okay, yeah. Can we go back a save here? Does this work? Because I forgot to take AI off. Okay, it's still the very beginning of the battle. What's doing most of the damage here? Ooh, what's going to happen this time? Are we going to sink? Are we going to sink more BBs? No. Okay. What did basically all of the damage? Okay, so damage done by battleships 40%, by destroyers 24%, by heavy cruisers 17%, by light cruisers 17%. Cool. Destroyers, see, they did a hell of a lot of damage. Now, damage dealt by types, by screens, by capitals. The capitals did more, but by barely. And then total damage dealt. 56% of enemy HP. Wow. By light guns, 40%. By heavy guns, 41%. By torpedoes, 17%. So, with this fleet composition, the light guns are doing more, or are doing just as much as the heavy guns. Now, let's see if we can get this down even farther. Can we end up seeing the torpedo damage going all the way up because their screening efficiency is just so gosh darn terrible? Yeah, screening the torpedoes is going up. We just don't have enough of them to compete, man. Wow. Oh, 5 heavy cruisers this time. Wow. Holy crap. Okay. Yeah. That's, a strategic victory, not a tactical one. I don't know why it says victory there. Wow. This thing just, these ships just punch well above their weight, don't they? That's insanity. Okay, so let's go back to the test. And let's test something else out. So let's see. We have really, really nice destroyers. We have really nice everything. But our advantages, let's see. Our advantage was our light attack. That was our advantage in that battle. We have absolutely built for light attack. So how do we fix that? Ooh. Screen attack. Torpedo screen penetration. Okay. Naval hit chance. Retreat decision chance. Fleet speed while retreating. Torpedo hit chance. That looks like it's going to be better. So then let's do AI off. Allow Diplo. Declare war. Test number. The fuck? Oh, I'm being an idiot. Okay. Test number 4. Okay. And patrol, send them out. They have engaged. Now we have more light attack than them. More torpedo attack than them. And, ooh, we're 100 away with the heavy guns. Okay. Let's watch this play out then. Wow, that one thing already paying off here. Whoa, holy crap! Okay, what's the damage like? Wow, okay. By torpedoes, 27%. Heavy guns, 36. Light guns, 36. They're neck and neck. Okay, cool. They're out of capital ships of screens, sorry. And we should begin to fuck them over. Whoa. Why the torpedo? What's the torpedo? 26. Okay, so it's not the torpedoes right now that are doing damage. Probably because we barely have any more. Their heavy guns are doing all the work. Wow, okay. Destroyers 29%. Screens, capital ships roughly equal. Okay. Wow, we just pummeled them. Each of us took a beating, but the pummeling was mutual. That's the American fleet gone. That's a strategic victory. And we even managed to keep some of our battleships. They managed to keep none of their screens. We can re-engage them. And we win. Even with a repair. Let's not repair, and let's just go straight back into battle. Tag USA. You guys, no repair either. Tag France. Oh. Okay, well, I was wrong. I was wrong. Okay. That was no go. All right. Okay, so what more do we have to do? Yeah, we're at war with them. AI off. Don't need to do a loud Diplo. We're already at war with them. Are there any more sort of passive bonuses that we can go for here? No, not really. Because if I put oh, let's put screen attack and defense. Let's not even do the capital ships yet. Let's save as test number 5. There we go. Patrol. And let's get to it. Okay, and here we go. Our light guns are doing more. Our screen defense is obviously higher. We've got double their torpedo attack. Our anti-air is absolutely higher. Alright, let's see how well we shred them this time. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. Hmm. Was that last time just luck them? Yeah, I suppose so. We, load, test, load. AI off. Got that guy in. On patrol. Let's go for it again. Alright. First blood. Okay. Okay. This is more like it. Okay then. Wow, alright. All of their screens are just gone. We are sinking their heavy cruisers now. Is it the storm that did it? Like, what the hell? Oh. The Dunker and the Suffering. Okay, what's... Whoa! Okay, alright. This looks like it's a win for us. Okay. Jesus Christ. Heavy guns are doing a lot. Our torpedoes... Go away. Okay. That was a complete and total victory. The US no longer has a fleet. That just needs to be run again. Whoa. Alright. We've won... Because the previous one... The one before... This is the third one. Right? We've lost one, won one. What is this gonna be? That right there is the ultimate decider right there. That's... Oh my god. Do we just do better in storms? Like, what is going on here? If we do better in storms, why are we doing better in storms? Oh, and we're re-engaging. Okay. We lost... What was that? One of our 5 BBs. Before that. Okay. That's... We win 2 out of 3 times. 2 out of 3 times. And they have like twice our fleet size. Okay. Okay. Let's do the ultimate test then. Load. AI off. Tag USA. So USA's biggest strength right here is this why they're losing? How the... Okay. I see. All of our oil states. Boom. then research on icon click. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Let's just make it so that they never run out. And now let's test that again. Tag France. Tag USA. Tag France. Okay, this is pure insanity. There we go. Deleted. The AI can't fuck it up anymore. Okay. Save game. Let's resave that because apparently somehow America was out of fuel. No. There we go. So we're restarting from square one. All those tests don't freaking matter because the US didn't have any fuel, which is just great. All of our progress here is gone. Alright, and immediately they get the first blood. Okay. Okay, yeah, so all of their attack and shit was halved. Alright. That's what was going on. Wow. And here we thought we were winning. We are not. Oh, we got the Arkansas. Cool. Alright, that's not even, that's a complete and utter defeat. Alright. Load. And, let's do decisive battle. Let's see if he does it. AI off. Test 5. Wow, okay. First damage dealt. Man. We just about have more light attack and we're losing destroyers. But their heavy attack is absolutely insane, and the more destroyers that we lose, the more our torpedo attack falls behind until we start losing everything, and it's just a cascading effect. Okay. Yeah, this is not good. That should have been better, though. Yet we did worse. So let's test this again. We can just get rid of these. Send you out. off. We haven't lost anyone yet, which is good. Wow, that was an even heavier loss. Jesus Christ. Capital ships attack. Oh. Reload the save. See, what I'm trying to do here is... Okay. Let me explain. Can I, as France, make a fleet that can I make a fleet that does okay, let me continue to rephrase that. If you are a multiplayer and your American player does a reasonably lazy job of doing his navy, he just super fleets them, does a reasonable super fleet and takes out the subs, doesn't choose any advisors, tag USA. Naval air attacks from carriers, convoy rating efficiency. Let's say at most he chooses this, and then everything else is all just infantry shit. And then he chooses XP. He goes down his, whoa, carrier primacy and all this stuff. XP, XP, boom, 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 boom. XP, boom, 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 boom. He gets full doctrine. Because maybe he's America, so of course he's got full doctrine. He just trains his fleet infinitely. He doesn't really know what these do, and he's heard that efficient communications is good, so he goes for that. He just goes straight for attack. And he chooses Ernst King, his best naval commander, quote unquote, Actually, he is very much so. And he doesn't really know what the hell to pick here, so maybe he just leaves this be. He's just lazy, he doesn't know what to pick, he just leaves it. Let's go back to port because they are not at full strength here. And let's see what else. And otherwise, he just leaves his fleet alone, expecting them to do great things for him. Now, AI is off. Right, there we go. Oh, the other thing that he's deigned to do is train his fleet. Because that's how he got all of his wonderful XP. Yes, we need her. Absolutely. That's how he got all of his wonderful naval XP. Sure. Okay, I got the American fleet set up. Spanish Civil War went off. Apparently, Vespid Estonia is popping off as well. Very weird. Now, let's say you, on the other hand, are a naval tryhard, and you know that you don't have any carriers. And you also know that attack versus defense is better. That's one thing that no one knows. Because what defense does is it gives you extra defense upon level up. It gives you +1, which you get 1, 2, 3, 4, all of them randomly assorted. It gives you a higher percentage chance of getting another defense, a 50% chance of getting 2 defense. Which is great, awesome. Now, you also know that you have refitted your fleet. Let's just say there's an arbitrary rule that you can't do anything with your fleets. Or maybe you're just unwilling to do anything more with your fleet because you're worrying about Germany or some other shit. So you just refit, do all cheapest options, and leave it at that. Chance to score critical hit, retreat decision chance. You have a few battleships, but you know now that your light attack is absolutely through the roof. Naval hit chance, torpedo hit chance, torpedo screen penetration. Let's try close combat this time. And you also, let's see, deign to do your doctrine as well. XP. Now, as for the naval commander, you know that you have some fairly good commanders here, but none of them as good as the American admiral. So you gotta do what is best. Now, you don't want leader experience gain. The capital ship attack, maybe. Spotter speed, cool. But you know that you have really good destroyers. You know that you have really good cruisers. So you do this, and let's see. You have a shit ton of torpedoes. So yes. Lancer. That is a definite strength that you have, and you do that because you choose him out of the others because he is bold. He is a bold gentleman, bold admiral. Naval damage plus 5%, cool. Naval speed is the big key there. That makes your entire fleet harder to hit, and you know it. Now over here, you know that your capital ship attack is very important. You know that your screen attack and defense is very important, but you don't really have anything else in there, so you don't really think about it. And then, does France have any naval bonuses or really any naval debuffs? No. Okay. Now, if these two fleets meet, save ultimate test. If these two fleets meet, what happens? Patrol. Ah, okay. Tag France. Let's reset this. Hopefully really quickly before the Americans get there. Cool. They're there. Tag France. Tag USA. Hold on. And resave. Okay. The fleet's organization was not up in proper. Okay, now let's go. But before we go, we are this sweaty tryhard. So we open this. And it's well into the game now, so we have command power. Control. It's going, it's going, it's going, and it's gone. Okay. Cool, alright. He has way more attack. We have way more light gun damage. They have a shit ton of heavy gun damage now. We have more torpedo. Their anti-air has gotten up to snuff. Okay. I have a feeling that this is going to be a wipe. Okay. He's already leveled up. And let's say middle of the battle you decide holy shit, I need more cruiser naval speed. Alright. Alright. I think that kind of decisively answers my question. I thought that those refits would do a lot more than they did. That is severely disappointing. And that's just from him being like the USA player just being as lazy as he could probably possibly be. Ugh. Okay. Okay. Well, that's gonna be it for today. I think I'm gonna do this. I've already got more ideas for this test, and I do want to try and fill out this graph a bit more. um, Figure out the difference between the guns, which we seemed to be able to add just fine, and everything else. Um, Engines, armor, etc., etc. And I will do that off camera, but I really do want to try my best to figure out what France can do against a very lazy naval game player. Now, I do want to mention one more thing, and that is that I do not support the super fleeing tactic. No. Load. Ultimate test. I do not support this. This to me is very, very lazy. As you can see, you can be super, super sweaty and all of that and still lose. You can still lose to a halfway competent player or halfway lazy player as long as that player has a larger navy than you. And if that slightly larger player, well, I should focus on Britain when I say larger navy than you. And God forbid if that naval power also has more capacity than you. Because that is absolutely devastating. Just absolutely devastating. Anyway, this has been 2 freaking hours worth of footage. Um, I hope that I covered everything with this. I hope that this thing actually shows on the recording. And I hope that you all learned something from this. And I also hope that if Higiya sees this, um, that I don't intend to steal your ideas away from you. I just want to like figure this stuff out and attach it to the methods that you employed to see how much of an effect this has on combat. Um, So maybe a better test would be against Italy. Maybe. Anyway, that's it for today. I will see you all later.